The Dallas Cowboys suffered through a disappointing 2024 NFL season that was plagued by injuries, but one of the bright spots was the emergence of star linebacker DeMarvion Overshown. Unfortunately, Overshown was also bitten by the injury bug amid his breakout campaign. Overshown tore his ACL, MCL, and PCL during a game against the Cincinnati Bengals in December. It was the second straight year that the linebacker suffered a season-ending knee injury. But as he continues to fight his way back onto the field, Overshown is working overtime and showing his work ethic. On Wednesday night, Overshown updated his Instagram stories to show he was already at the Cowboys facility in Oxnard, 5 days before the team will officially report. Overshown has made it clear that he's dedicated to his rehab process and recovery, so it's exciting to see him arriving early to get the treatment he needs with the team. Before his injury, Overshown recorded 90 tackles, 5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, an interception, and a touchdown. That's the definition of a breakout star. Overshown is not expected to return to the field until November, with Thanksgiving as a realistic date for his return. Whenever that time comes, the Cowboys will be hoping he can return to his elite form. Dallas Cowboys linebacker DeMarvion Overshown intercepts a pass and returns it for a touchdown against the New York Giants. Andrew Diabamain images. With training camps opening around the league very soon, the Dallas Cowboys are one of many teams still facing a common issue that is plaguing the league for the first time. It's the well-known problem of second-round picks still not having their rookie contract signed, and Donovan Ezerwaku is firmly entrenched in that situation. But the San Francisco 49ers just announced the signing of their second-rounder, Alfred Collins, which should give Dallas exactly what they've needed: clarity. Why is this significant? For those who might not remember, the 49ers selected Collins just before the Cowboys drafted Ezerwaku with the very next pick. But let's back up just a bit for even more context. Before Collins, only 2 second-rounders had signed their deals, with Jaden Higgins and Carson Schweissinger getting fully guaranteed contracts from the Texans and Browns, respectively. They were also the first 2 picks of the second round. Jerry Jones now knows what he needs to do in order to get a deal done with Donovan Ezerwaku. Collins' deal was a 4-year, $10.3 million contract, and he got $9 million guaranteed. That's roughly 84% of his money being guaranteed. So, for the Cowboys and Ezerwaku, the blueprint has been officially laid out, and the former Boston College standout could, indeed, be on the field for the start of training camp after all. Ezerwaku could easily argue to get the exact same deal as Collins, being the pick right after him. Of course, it'd be much more convoluted for the rest of the second-rounders and their respective teams. But when it comes to the Cowboys, the 49ers just made things pretty easy. And of all teams to help the Cowboys gain clarity in this situation, it's sort of comical that it ended up being San Francisco. Aside from fellow NFC East rivals, we know good and well that Cowboys fans are especially familiar with their hatred for San Francisco after many postseason battles that have not been forgotten. At least for now, it appears as though John Lynch and the 49ers have done the Cowboys a bit of a favor. The question is, will Jerry Jones extend his hand and accept the gift? As the Dallas Cowboys prepare to open training camp next week, star edge rusher MICAH Parsons still hasn't received a long-term contract extension. Despite the looming uncertainty, Parsons remains focused and undeterred. Speaking after hosting his football camp in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, he emphasized that he's committed to working hard and proving his worth, rather than dwelling on contract negotiations. Parsons dominates NFL field while taking unique approach to contract negotiation process. Parsons' performance since entering the league has been nothing short of exceptional. With at least 12 sacks in each of his 4 NFL seasons, 4 Pro Bowl selections, 2 first-team All-Pro honors, 256 tackles, and 9 forced fumbles, he's become an invaluable part of the Cowboys' defense. His ability to move across the field and disrupt offenses has made him a constant challenge for opposing teams and solidified his status as a top-tier pass rusher. The NFL currently has several high-profile pass rushers seeking new deals, including T.J. Watt, Trey Hendrickson, and Aiden Hutchinson. While some have skipped off-season workouts to gain leverage, Parsons has taken a different route, choosing participation over protest. He made it clear that he isn't comparing his situation to others, acknowledging that each player's contract scenario is unique based on factors like age, health, and career stage. Parsons confident in payday as Cowboys stick to late extension strategy again. Parsons expressed a strong belief that he'll eventually secure a lucrative deal, regardless of how other contracts play out. He highlighted the importance of salary cap percentages in determining player value and noted the rising cap as a positive sign. By understanding the financial mechanics of NFL contracts, Parsons remains confident his payday will align with his worth, without needing to push or panic. The Cowboys, known for finalizing key extensions late in the offseason, appear to be following a similar strategy with Parsons. Last year, they waited until the 11th hour to lock in deals for CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. With training camp set to begin, all eyes will be on how Dallas handles Parsons' situation in 2025. For now, the star defender is letting his performance do the talking. Dallas Cowboys All-Pro edge rusher Micah Parsons has been a man of his word throughout his ongoing contract dispute. The four-time Pro Bowler showed up to the entirety of mandatory minicamp, and he even participated in position drills despite the injury risk. I think it's important just building the knowledge of the defense, understanding what defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus and them are trying to do. Very dynamic scheme, and I'm pretty excited about it after just going through a couple of installs and a couple of plays with the guys, Parsons said at the time. The 26-year-old is currently set to enter the final year of his rookie deal in 2025, and Parsons previously told CBS Sports he's looking for a contract with an annual average value over $40 million. The market for edge rushers exploded this offseason. The Raiders' Max Crosby signed a 3-year, $106.5 million extension, $35.6 million average per year. The Texans' Danielle Hunter signed a 1-year, $35.6 million extension, and Garrett's 4-year extension lifted him to the $40 million club at 4 years for $160 million. Steelers edge rusher TJ Watt reset the market again at the position and for non-quarterbacks as a whole on Thursday with a 3-year, $123 million extension that gives him a $41 million average per year salary. "They numbers got nothing to do with mine, and my numbers ain't got nothing to do with them," Parsons told PennLive's Nick Farabaugh at his football camp in his hometown of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, on Tuesday. "I'm younger than Hendrickson. I mean, Hutchinson's coming off an injury. Everyone's circumstances is completely different. Hutch is coming off his 3rd year. Usually guys wait 4 years. So, it just all depends. He's up there with Miles. So, it's different. Everyone's circumstance is different." It's now time for Jerry Jones, the Cowboys owner and general manager, to green-light a new deal with his All-Pro. Parsons, whose 330 quarterback pressures co-lead the NFL along with Crosby since Dallas drafted him in 2021, knows he's getting paid one way or the other. He is also the first player since sacks began being tracked as an individual statistic in 1982 to have 12 or more sacks in each of his first 4 seasons in the NFL. Jones can finally stop the contract demands from increasing, but only if he pays up. "I just work harder. To me, I look at it like if people don't see your value, you don't cry and sit down," Parsons told Farabaugh. "You just work harder. You got to show people your value. I just think that's the difference. I go, okay, bet, and I just work." Cowboys Micah Parsons on negotiations for contract extension. "I'm going to get mine no matter what." Cowboys Micah Parsons on negotiations for contract extension. "I'm going to get mine no matter what." Waiting has only hurt Dallas in the past. Delaying to re-sign quarterback Dak Prescott until hours before kickoff in Week 1 of the 2024 season led to his extension being worth 4 years and $240 million. That's an average per year salary of $60 million that still leads the entire NFL today. Taking it slow last offseason with wide receiver CeeDee Lamb caused him to hold out all spring and summer before he signed to a 4-year, $136 million extension, the 3rd richest deal at his position in the league behind only Ja'Marr Chase for years, $161 million, and Justin Jefferson for years, $140 million. Parsons would have actually preferred the financial security earlier by signing last year with Prescott and Lamb, believe it or not. "We wanted to do the contract last year. They're just kind of like, we want to do Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, Parsons said Tuesday. You would think, all right, the Cowboys would get it done early. There are some guys that are about ready to get repaid, like Myles Garrett, and Max Crosby has gone. So you'd think, let's get ahead of that. Even now, you've got TJ Watt and Max and all these other guys who are getting paid, and you can't want us to take less because you just decided to wait. Despite his frustrations, Parsons' attendance at training camp in Oxnard, California, won't be any different than any of his first 4 off-seasons. He's already rented a house for himself, his children, and family for the duration of camp from late July to early August. As for practicing at training camp without a new contract, that's still up in the air. We'll see, Parsons said at minicamp. Time will tell. What is clear is that Parsons' time to get paid is now. Should Jones and Dallas front office wait any longer, it may cost them All-Pro cornerback Darren Bland and/or Pro Bowl left guard Tyler Smith down the road. Bland enters 2025 on the last year of his rookie deal, and Smith is on the last cost-controlled season of his rookie deal in 2025 before his 5th-year option salary of $21.272 million kicks in for the 2026 season. The clock is running out.